Happy Friday, everyone. Guess what? It's time to craft, and it's time for Friday 5-minute craft. So, it is approximately 5:30 in the morning. Got my coffee. We're going to knock this little craft out, and then I have to get ready for work. But, again, it's Friday, so I'm pretty darn excited about that. So, what we're going to make this morning is this cute and quick little envelope, which is perfect to put in your journals to save little pieces of memorabilia, ephemera, whatever. How cute. Super simple, super easy. So the very first thing you want to do is just measure out how big you want your envelope. You can make these in any size. I have a 12 by 12 sheet of scrapbook paper right here. You could make it that big if you wanted to. Depends on the size of your journal. So here we go. Alrighty, so you're going to just go ahead and measure out the size that you want. I am going to get my paper cutter, if I knew where that was. I tell you, sometimes I just put stuff somewhere and I can't find it. Okay, so I'm going to trim my paper with my blade. And I think I'm going to keep it the same size as this. So what we're looking at is, let me get up here where you can see it a little bit better. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5.5. So I'm going to do the same. Put it on my mat, and I'm just going to measure out the 5.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. And I'm going to take my handy dandy razor blade here. Make sure I got it even. Keep sliding one way to the other. There. Always close your blade up. Alright, so this is what we're going to work with right here. Okay, so what we're going to do is, so you'll see it has this print on it. If any paper that you use has the print, make sure that's going to be on the inside or the bottom part so nobody can see it. Because if it's up here, they'll see it on the flap. Okay, so you're going to fold it up and make it as deep as you want. Of course, this is all according to your preference. I kind of like that, and I did not get that even, but that's okay. It's a little off on this side. Once we get everything done, we'll go ahead and trim it up. Okay. Now, what I just folded this up just to kind of see how big I want it, but what we're actually going to do, we're going to take this and we're going to fold the sides in because you want it to be however wide this way. And just run that crease up and do the same on the other side. And you do your best to get it about as even as you can. There. And then here is our original fold. Okay. And then we're going to fold the top down, but we're going to leave a little bit of a gap. See, here's the opening to the envelope, and then here's the actual fold up here. So we have this little bit of a gap. That way, if they put something a little bit taller in, it won't get folded with the envelope as well. Okay, so I'm going to go, and again, y'all just measure this out the way you feel like you want it to be. According to your journal, according to the use. Okay, so this is what we've got. Now what we're going to do is we're going to open all of this back up. Okay, and we're going to cut. Let me find my handy dandy pencil. My grandson gave me this mechanical pencil and I use it for all of my crafting. So this part right here, from this fold to this fold, we're going to cut this off. Whoops. Okay, so we're cutting all of this off. From this fold down, we're cutting all of this off. these two right here we're leaving. And then we're going to cut these off. Okay? So, just cut it as close as you can on your little fold lines. Sometimes it's hard to see where your creases are. There we go. Now I got a little bit of a shadow. And if you don't get it perfect the first time, we can always go back and trim it up a little bit. Okay, then we're going to cut on the top flap. Same way. All the birds are out there singing. So beautiful this morning. I love to hear the birds singing. And my chickens are going to start squawking here in just a minute. So, okay. So now, as you can see, I didn't get this one quite good enough. See how it's sticking over the back some? So I'm going to go ahead and trim that up just a wee little bit more. And it's better to trim a little and go back and do it a couple of times than to take a big chunk out and then have to start completely over. Okay. There we go. Much more better. And I'm probably going to have to trim the top off a little bit. Okay, but we're going to wait on that one. So we've got the bottom done. What we're going to do now is we're going to take these two flaps and we're going to kind of cut them diagonal like this. So it will look a little more finished off. So grab you one of your flaps. Just kind of eyeball it. Cut it. And what I do is I'll take that little corner that we just cut off. Flip it over. Match it up to that one. And cut it. That way they're almost the same. Oh. Let me get it right though. Whoops, you can't see. I keep getting out of frame. I'm getting a new camera today, so hopefully I bought a camera and it was terrible. Oh my gosh, it was horrible. I couldn't even believe it. So I'm sending that one back and I ordered another one and it will be here today. Hopefully it's better and I can do a little bit better quality videos. And look at there, I dropped it. And again, remember, as we have talked in the past, if you make a mistake, you roll with it, right? Don't give up. Don't throw away your project. Just keep going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my little teeny tiny scissors and just trim this off a little bit. I have to stand up until I get a better camera, so it's kind of hard. My good gravy. Let's do this. Okay, so okay. So what we should have now is you fold your little flaps back in. Bring your top flap up, and there you go. How stinking cute. Oh, then we have our top part of our envelope. So I'm going to go ahead and trim these edges up a little bit more because I didn't quite get those good enough on the fold. Now let's see. Okay, now I'm happy with that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to decide how long we want our top. I think I'm going to trim about this much off right here. then you can kind of look and see if that's what you want to work with, and I believe it is. I need to trim just a tiny bit more off right here. Perfect. Now what we're going to do is you can round your tops or you can fold them in. So what we're going to do is we're just going to fold. You can either fold them in or cut them off completely, however you want to do it. So let's fold and then cut. Take that as your little pattern over on this side. That way we can get kind of the same size corners. Done and done. Looky there. See what we got? So now that you're here at this point, this is where you can eyeball it and see, is this how you want it to end up? If you want to trim the top up a little bit more, you can do that, but I'm okay with what I got. So I'm going to find me some Distress ink and just kind of ink it a little bit. Now, oops, out of frame again. Now, when you ink this, if you're going to ink, you don't have to ink all the way down because that's going to be covered up. So just hit the part that's going to be seen. Okay. So I inked a little bit there just to make it stand out a little bit more. And you can ink right here at the fold if you want to. Like so. Okay, let's go ahead and glue this one. Now, when you get ready to glue, don't glue all the way up. We're just going to glue this part. So we're going to glue from right here. Just run us a bead down. And do the same on the other side. We don't want a lot of glue, but we want to make sure it's glued enough because it's going to get tugged on and pulled on a little bit with putting stuff in there. There. Guess what? Your Friday 5-minute craft is done. That is it. Easy breezy. I can't remember whose channel I seen this on. I will find it and put it in the description box because I want to give credit where credit is due. Because this is definitely not my idea. Okay, so what I'm going to do just to finish it off, of course, a little bit of inking. There. What do you think about that? Done. Oh, let's do a little bit on the back just in case. Now, what you can do is, number one, mass make these things and then put them in a box. And then when you get ready to start making your journals, you will have stuff that's already done quick and easy and just grab it and stick it in your journal. Okay, so that's done. That's our 5-minute craft. You can leave it alone as that and be happy, happy. You can do lots of stuff to decorate and embellish this. You can put a little piece of Velcro so it'll stay shut. You can do a little, some kind of a flap here. Let me see something that, here, let's just flip it upside down. You can get you a brad. Of course, you'd have to put that on there before you glued it shut. But now when you put it in your journal, you could stick it right in your journal like this. You could glue it down on the 3 sides and make a pocket in the back. You could glue it down on these 3 sides, make it a little side tuck. So many possibilities with an easy breezy little craft. All right, everybody. I hope you have a great Friday. I know I will. I will be patiently waiting for 5 o'clock so I can come home and start my weekend. Yay. All right, y'all. Get to making them their envelopes. Have fun. Have a blessed day. And I will see everybody real soon. Bye now. Have a great day. Stay blessed.